Hello everyone and welcome back to another J-Rock video. So today we've been kindly invited down to an Ego Press Day event. As you can see, I'm outside the Ego van right now that is full of loads of awesome kit and equipment. So today it's all about going through and basically seeing what Ego's mission is for Mission 2025 to reduce the emissions as close way down to zero as possible across commercial and domestic. Currently here with us today we've got Mike Day from Mike Day Garden Maintenance. We've also got Dave Warner, the lawn care guy. We've also got Gregg Francis from Gregg's Mowing, all here today looking through, seeing what all this mission is all about, learn more about Ego and the sort of the journey into sort of battery gear and where it could be now as well as in 5 years time. So today it's all about that learning. I'm going to take you along with me as well as getting hands-on kit, including the new Ego Z6 mower. Right then, so that's what just came out, that first brief there. Awesome. There's a few things that really surprised me with it. One of them being, on the main one I think, is the fact that they plant a tree for every single tool that's sold in the EU. So you go out and you're buying a blower or something for your garden and you're thinking, you know, I'm helping the world a little bit by not using my two-stroke one anymore. Yeah, you're also getting a tree planted in your name as well for buying that. Not literally in your name, but you're getting it planted. So that scheme is awesome, and I never realised they'd done that. The next one being is the battery that they have. The Arc design is patented, so no one can copy it, and it's allowing basically more air to pass through the battery. There's more surface area, so it's then allowing extra run time. So these couple of things is just really impressive. They also spoke about the Challenge 2025, reducing the zero emissions, and that it's key to their hearts. It sits at the heart of the brand, and it's just really interesting. And the fact that we're here with Mike, Dave and Greg as well, the lads, it's great to see and sort of talk about together, because these are some of the lads, as you know, I'm mainly battery user, but these lads have been using petrol way beforehand and they really know the difference with it. So seeing what the changes are, it's fantastic to see. So anyway, we're just about going to the Z6 here, and so I'm going to get some footage of that and bring that to you as well.
Start at the front of the machine, I'll work my way back, and then eventually what we'll do is we'll sort of look at sort of the user interface.
So what I've got behind me here is the Ego Z6 zero turn mower. Now I think like many of you who's watching here, you're wondering whether zero turns are up to it and like what the performance is like and everything like that. Well, today we've been sat in like quite a few demonstrations, plus getting a little ride on it ourselves and seeing what it's like. And really, I'm quite impressed, but I just want to like sort of talk you through it and just tell you some of the specs about it. So the main thing what you see when you look at it is the design. I think is really nice. You've got these LED lights on the front here that sort of really stick out. I think it's something like 20 LED lights that sort of light up this front display. What's absolutely awesome. It's got a height of cut range from 25mm all the way up to 110. What's nice and easy just on the side here. Then we've seen it today at 25mm and it cuts it really fine. So a little test strip we did here, what was just jumping around a bit. What is in this little squared area where we've been jumping on and just showing the quality of cut from where everyone's been zipping around. You know, you're taking a really good clean cut throughout this whole area. So from us doing that, you know, it's when you say like proof in the pudding almost, you're seeing it for real and you know that it's actually capable. This whole deck on the underside here, there's no belts or anything that's sort of running through it. So this whole deck simply slides off with 2 bolts straight under there and this just comes straight out. Sort of what they've said from this sort of thing is that what it's going to open up to is possibly bigger decks, or you know, you're going to be able to change through. When you talk about the shelf life of a product before it gets renewed, you know, this is going to be around for the next 5-7 onwards years of like having improvements and just being really put to the prime market. I think as anyone that's used zero turns, it is all sort of the same similar systems where you've got your 2 handles that come inwards here. Once when they're in, it's just obviously push forward to go, backwards for reverse. But it is proper comfy, I'm really not going to lie. You've got armrests on each side there, nice and easy to put up and down. Now the great thing here is you've got your 2 cup holders on this underside here, and then inside you've got your storage. So what they're saying is you've got a little USB slot inside on this left hand side there, and what that's going to allow is things like plugins. So what we're going to finally get to with this sort of thing is that you're going to be able to literally plug it in and find the diagnostics of a machine. So when it comes to it, if needs be, then you can find out problems as you would do with a car or anything else. Battery slot here, you can get an adapter so you can literally charge this up with just the main thing that you'd have, the main charger that you'd have from your normal sort of strimmers, normal size lawnmowers, that sort of thing. It's all going to be compatible with this sort of machine, which is brilliant, because at the end of the day, the thing that needs to be able to be key with these sort of brands is that it can transfer all the way through. You know, one thing that you can use on one machine, you want to be able to use it on the next. And with the batteries, what brings us on to, in this back case, on this underside, that lifts up like so, and it's 6 different batteries that you can have in there. And with that, the minimum usage is 15 amps to be able to make it go. So a 10 and a 5 would get it going, but these are 12 amp hour batteries. So asking the specialists about what the run times are like and how that actually works out, you're looking at it's going to do up to 2.5 acres. But bearing in mind, and to be real with you, you've got to take in all the other factors. If you're trying to bag, okay, that massively drops down. So one question I did ask was, they've got a bagging kit coming for it. If you put the bagging kit on, what does the cutting distance go down to? And it goes from roughly 2.5 acres down to 1 acre. So you need to bear this in mind and not work off them higher rates. If you're cutting a garden that's on a slope, for example, resistance is power. So it's going to use more power and you're going to get lesser drive from it. But it's really quite amazing. So that's the 6 batteries that go into the back there. And down here, what is proper neat and what I haven't seen on many, if any others, is, and I don't know how well you can see that, you've got this whole display in here where you can change the modes. The buttons on the side of the screen, you can change it from the blade speeds, you can change the speed of the mower that you want it to go. You can see the percentage of the battery life that's left. Looking onto it, you've also got sport mode. Okay, so with the 3 different controls, what's standard, controlled, standard and sport, they're all your different like set speeds that's going to take you through. You can hold the button down, so if you're traveling from one area to another, it goes into travel mode, so you can zip to that area a hell of a lot quicker. And I'm telling you, this thing is nippy, like, so it is a fantastic mower, so it seems. overall, I think if you're a homeowner, you're using this sort of equipment, then what you have is the opportunity to kind of go into this zero emission lifestyle of using these and sort of getting the best you can for your buck. And I think if you're looking at going into this, then it's a sort of a no-brainer. If you've only got less than a couple of acres to do, then I think it's going to really work for you. So anyone that's thinking about it, I hope that information helps in some way, shape or form, and I hope the videos do as well. But it really does look like a fantastic machine that is not just trying to cater for something that cuts grass, and the whole history and the whole drive behind it all really stands for something. So can you tell us a little bit about Ego's Challenge 2025?
Of course. So hi, my name's Emma. I'm the marketing manager at Ego Power Plus, and Challenge 2025, really simply put, is about us educating people on the dangers of petrol powered tools. So historically it's not really been unearthed, and for us, we wanted to test the most popular petrol powered gardening tools in the industry at the moment, and find out exactly what kind of emissions are coming out of those tools. So really the campaign is about unearthing these facts and getting that out into the public domain.
We haven't got a roller on it because no one's asked for one.
I think that's one of the biggest questions, really.
I think it is one of the biggest
I think
not having a roller on a big 21-inch puts people off from buying it, especially in this country.
Yeah.
I think, for me, as I sort of said to the guys in charge here, is my client's going to look out the window and see the stripes that I've laid for the last 10 years or whatever, and then the next week he's going to look out the window and he's going to see an inferior stripe, still see a stripe, but compared to standalone roller mowers, he's going to see a slightly inferior one. And, if I then go, oh yeah, but it's better for the environment, some are going to go, oh cool, but others are going to go, I don't care about that. And then ultimately it's a business, isn't it? And
you've got to provide what you have been, for the past.
Yeah, exactly.
Years.
And your clients have expectations, so I don't know why would you produce an inferior mower just for the sake of it? When they've got the technology, they can put a roller on it. Why wouldn't you? So I guess that goes back to it. If enough people ask for it, I can't have been the first one today.
No, definitely not. I think that's definitely what they've obviously tried doing is making one that's obviously a standalone mower, and then that you can add a roller onto if you want. And I don't think they realise how many people actually invest in one of these, use these long term as a full-time striping mower.
Well, the fact that I think as well, one of the problems with like the wee bang that I use with a roller on it is you can't detach it. So things like when you're doing wetter cuts and it sticks to the back between the roller and the housing around it, is you make a mess on your turns. The fact that on a worse day you could take off your roller if you decided to and have it detachable.
Yeah, exactly. When we first got it, I thought to myself, I wonder when they're going to bring out a designated rear roller machine. But now looking back on it, you've got two mowers in one. Or three if you mulch. You can use it as, we sometimes use it as a rough cut. If you've got grass this long, you can go over it, take the roller off, whack over it, and you get down to a lower height, put the roller on, go over it and leave a nice finish. So you've effectively got three mowers in one. If you had a designated roller machine, like you've got haters, if you go in the garden with a hater, you're not going to sit there, you'll get another mower out the van. Your Honda Izzy out, to pile over it, then put a stripe down on it. So looking back on it,
I think also price as well. So I think he said it was about 800 and something or other for the big mower, which is 21 inch, is it? With a battery which is a 7.5, which they reckon's about an hour's worth of mowing. I don't know if you think that's about right.
That's about right. They're quite generous sometimes on their times. But it all depends what self-propel setting you got it on.
Yeah.
Having that rear roller, I think it's about 8 kilograms, that roller.
How's that?
Yeah, so if you're going to have that on there, on the new one, obviously on the 21 inch, that's going to bring that down slightly more.
I mean, if you look at it's the other mowers on the market, petrol mowers, they're all about £1,500, would they be? So if you're spending 800 and something, you've got budget to buy another battery as well.
Course, quite a few more batteries.
Yeah, so maybe actually if you just took that budget of 1,500, you wouldn't be that far off, I don't think, maybe in what you would do over a day. Or I guess it depends, doesn't it, what you do. You know, gardeners, you're not going to be mowing quite as much during the day as someone who just mows.
Yeah.
So
I think it depends on the application. Like you said earlier, we take the battery out and go and do hedge trimming.
Yeah, of course.
So we're not
so you're not using the mower, but you are using the battery though.
Exactly. But where you will maybe just go in and trim, blow, which is quite juicy. Yeah. And then stick it in the mower. You're not got no battery left. You're definitely going to need more than 7.5.
Yeah, it's a good eye opener today to just see quite how things work, how much life you're going to get out of it, and what sort of price. Because ultimately, we run businesses at the end of the day, and that's profit is what it's all about, isn't it? You know.
Okay, and that is us finished there for the day. It has been an absolute amazing experience. I hope this has helped you in some way, shape or form to just sort of know more about the brand and know what they're doing and more about Ego's equipment. It's not often sort of, I feel that you get offered down and a chance to be able to test all equipment like this. So to get this chance and to do it with like-minded people like we just have done is fantastic. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please hit like, comment, subscribe, ask any questions you can, and I'll get back to you. But cheers for tuning in. Take care.